Most high-ticket e-com founders treat their websites like art galleries. They spend months obsessing over code, fonts, minimalist hero banners, and whether the brand feels premium enough. But here's the honest truth. Your customer doesn't care about your artistic vision. They care about their own mental energy. And if your website makes them think too hard, they leave. Not because they hate your product, not because your brand is bad, not because your ads failed. They leave because buying from you felt like work. And in e-com, friction is expensive. Hi, I'm Dorit Palvanov, co-founder of Shop Innovator. Over the past 2 decades, our team has architected e-com websites for over 500 brands selling big-ticket products, both pure digital stores and hybrid bricks and clicks operations. And we've helped our clients generate over $500 million in sales. Today, I want to talk to you about a principle that guides every design and interface decision we make for our own websites and our clients' websites. It's so important that I've printed and framed the cover of the book we've learned it from, and you can see it right here behind me. It's called Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug. This book explains why friction is the hidden tax behind most e-commerce websites, and especially for high-ticket stores. How this friction silently destroys conversion rates, and why fixing it can often produce a better return than spending another dollar on ads. Let's talk about it. A founder recently came to us frustrated. Their ads were working, traffic was increasing, people liked the product. They added it to cart, but then abandoned it. Like most founders, they assumed the problem was acquisition. Maybe the meta ads weren't good enough. Maybe cost per lead had gone up. Maybe the algorithm changed. But after looking at the store for less than 10 minutes, the real problem was obvious. The website was forcing customers to think. Not a lot, but just enough. And that is the dangerous part. Because most lost sales don't happen because someone consciously decides, I hate this product. Most lost sales happen because of tiny moments of hesitation, tiny moments of confusion, tiny moments of uncertainty. And every one of those moments creates friction. Over 2 decades ago, Steve, a web usability expert, wrote this book, and it became the Bible for user experience and people who want to sell their products that were traditionally sold in a showroom through a screen. The core idea is simple. A web page should be self-explanatory. When someone lands on your site, they shouldn't have to decode what you sell. They shouldn't have to guess where to click. They shouldn't have to hunt for shipping information. And they shouldn't have to wonder what happens after they place the order. Every time a shopper has to pause and think, their brain registers friction. And online, cognitive friction is the silent tax killing your conversion rates. Here's what most founders misunderstand. UX is not graphic design. UX is not making your site look beautiful. UX is not adding fancy animations or making the homepage feel more artistic. UX is the psychological orchestration of a digital transaction. It is the process of guiding a skeptical, distracted stranger from curiosity to confidence. That is especially important in high-ticket e-commerce, because high-ticket e-commerce is not impulse buying. It is risk management. A customer buying a $20 phone case can tolerate confusion, but a customer considering a $2,500 sofa or a $4,000 sauna will not. The higher the price, the more objections the customer has. They want to know, will this work for me? Can I trust this brand? What happens if I don't like it? How long will shipping take? Can I finance it? Will this fit my space? And your website has to answer those questions before the customer even asks them. That is the difference between a store that looks premium and a store that sells premium. Think about a high-end physical showroom. When a customer walks in and looks confused, a trained sales professional notices. They read the customer's body language. They intercept hesitation, answer questions, reduce uncertainty, and guide the buyer toward the next step. But on your e-commerce store, you don't have a sales rep standing there. Your layout is the sales rep. Your navigation is the sales rep. Your product page is the sales rep. Your cart and checkout are the sales rep. And if those elements confuse the buyer doesn't ask for clarification. They just close the tab. This is why premium design by itself is not enough. A beautiful website can still be a terrible salesperson. It can look clean, modern, and expensive while still leaving the customers unsure of what to do next. And uncertainty is where revenue dies. Here's the psychology behind this. The human brain is designed to conserve energy. When something is easy to understand, it feels safer. When something is difficult to understand, the brain becomes skeptical. This is called cognitive load. The more mental effort required to complete a task, the more resistance the customer feels. So the real question is not, does this page look good? The real question is, does this page require unnecessary mental effort? Every menu button, every section, every product description, every checkout step, every missing detail, it either creates clarity or it creates friction. And when a buyer's brain expends unnecessary energy, it defaults to mistrust. And in e-commerce, mistrust means leaving. When we run UX audits at Shop Innovator, we consistently see brilliant founders sabotage their conversions in 3 predictable ways. The first mistake is using clever navigation instead of clear navigation. This happens when the founders name their collections something abstract because it sounds branded. For example, instead of saying modular sectionals, they call it the Horizon Collection. Instead of outdoor dining sets, they say the Summer Edit. Instead of performance office chairs, they say Work Reimagined. That might feel premium to you, but to a first-time visitor, it creates confusion. They don't know your internal branding language yet. They don't know what your collections mean. They're not trying to appreciate your creativity. They're trying to find the product they came for. Clear beats clever almost every time, especially when the customer is new. The second mistake is hiding risk mitigators. These are the details that reduce fears. Return policy, shipping timelines, warranty, financing, sizing, dimensions, materials, assembly requirements, delivery expectations, customer support, social proof. These are not boring operational details. For high-ticket buyers, these are conversion assets. If someone is about to spend thousands of dollars with you, they need reassurance. But many stores bury this information 3 accordions deep, or hide it in the footer, or make the customer go to a separate FAQ page, or explain it in a vague language that creates more questions than answers. This is a huge mistake, because when the customer has to hunt for information required to trust you, you're making them think. And when you are making them think, you slow momentum. The third mistake is an over-engineered checkout. This is where the customer has finally shown buying intent. And instead of making the purchase easy, the store creates new obstacles. Things like forced account creation, too many pop-ups, aggressive cross-sells, competing buttons, coupon code anxiety, unexpected shipping costs, unclear delivery dates, confusing payment options. This is one of the worst places to introduce friction, because at checkout, the goal is not to impress the customer. The goal is to get out of their way. A confused cart page can destroy all the trust that you've built earlier. A complicated checkout can turn a ready buyer into an abandoned cart. Now, let's make this real. Imagine you're shopping for a $2,500 modular sectional. You click an ad, you land on the site, immediately you have questions. Will this fit my room? What are the dimensions? How long does delivery take? What if I don't like it? Is it comfortable? Are the reviews real? Can I finance it? What colors are available? How hard is it to assemble? Now imagine the website answers every one of those questions clearly. The product page shows dimensions visually. Shipping information is near the price. The return policy is easy to understand. Customer photos are visible. Financing is explained. The warranty is obvious. The call to action is clear. The purchase feels easy. Now imagine the opposite. Dimensions are hidden. Shipping is vague. Returns are buried. The product copy is mostly poetic brand language. There are no real customer photos. The CTA blends into the page. Suddenly, you are no longer evaluating the couch. You are evaluating the risk. And when customers start evaluating risk, conversion rates collapse. The product did not change. The psychology did. This is why high-ticket e-commerce requires a different level of thinking. Low-ticket e-commerce can survive on impulse. High-ticket e-commerce has to create confidence. At a low price point, someone might buy because they like the vibe of the store. At a high price point, they need to justify the purchase. To themselves, to their spouse, to their business partner, to their budget. That means your website has to do more than present the product. It has to build a case. It has to answer objections. It has to reduce perceived risk. It has to explain value. It has to make the next step feel obvious. That is what great UX really does. It makes the purchase journey feel inevitable. Now, let's make this concrete. This is where founders usually start paying attention. Let's say your store gets 50,000 visitors a month. Your conversion rate is 0.4%. That means you are getting 200 orders. If your average order value is $1,000, that is $200,000 a month. Now, let's say you improve the UX. You make the navigation clearer. You surface trust indicators. You improve product pages. You simplify the checkout. You reduce cognitive load. And your conversion rate goes from 0.4% to just 1%. Now you're getting 500 orders. At the same average order value, that is $500,000 a month. Same traffic, same ad spend, same product, same market, but $300,000 more revenue per month. That is $3.6 million a year. So when a founder says, our current site is good enough, what they might actually be saying is, we are comfortable paying a $3.6 million penalty for avoidable friction. And that is why UX is not a design expense. It is a revenue lever. Most founders will spend 6 months searching for another winning ad creative while ignoring the conversion problem sitting directly in front of them. But acquisition cannot fix a broken buying journey. More traffic only amplifies the leak. If your store is confusing, spending more money on ads just sends more people into a system that is not converting properly. This is why we think about e-commerce friction in 3 levels. Level 1 is discovery friction. Can customers find what they're looking for? This is your navigation, your collection structure, your filters, your search, the homepage hierarchy, your product categorization. If a customer lands on your site and doesn't immediately understand where to go, you have discovery friction. Level 2 is trust friction. Can customers believe what you are claiming? This is your reviews, your proof, your policies, product details, your comparison charts, your guarantees, your delivery information, your brand credibility. If a customer likes the product but still feels unsure, you have trust friction. Level 3 is transaction friction. Can customers buy with minimal effort? This is all about your cart, your checkout, your payment options, the shipping clarity, your form fields, your upsells, your account requirements. If a customer wants to buy but the process slows them down, you have transaction friction. Look, the truth is that most e-commerce stores don't have one big obvious issue. They have dozens of small points of friction stacked on top of each other. A confusing menu, a vague product headline, a missing shipping estimate, a hidden return policy, a weak CTA, a slow mobile page, a cluttered cart. Individually, each issue seems small, but together they create hesitation. And hesitation kills revenue. So, how do you fix this? Start with what I call the mirror test. Open your Shopify store on your phone, not your desktop, your phone, because that is where most of your customers are likely experiencing your brand for the first time. Start on the homepage. Pretend you know nothing about the company. And if you can't do this on your own, ask a friend to do it and watch them do this. And ask, do I understand what is being sold within 5 seconds? Do I understand who this is for? Do I understand why it is worth the price? Do you know where to click next? Then go to a collection page and ask, are the categories clear? Are the filters useful? Can I compare products easily? Do I understand the differences between options? Then go to a product page and ask, are my biggest questions answered before I scroll too far? Is the price justified? Is there enough proof? Are there dimensions, materials, delivery details, and return policy easy to find? Do I feel more confident as I move down the page? Then add the product to cart and ask, is the next step obvious? Are there any distractions? Do I understand the total cost? Do I understand the delivery expectations? Does checkout feel easy? And every time you hesitate, write it down. Every hesitation is a clue. Every moment of confusion is a leak. Every question you cannot answer quickly is costing you money. The ultimate goal of high-growth e-commerce UX is to make the buying journey feel obvious. When a user lands on your store, they should instantly know what you sell, why it justifies the high price tag, and what action to take next. The design should effectively disappear, not because it is boring, but because it is doing its job. Great UX doesn't call attention to itself. It creates momentum. It removes doubt. It makes the customer feel guided. The brands that win over the next decade will not necessarily have the prettiest websites. They won't necessarily have the biggest ad budget. They won't necessarily have the flashiest animations. They will have a deeper understanding of buyer psychology. Because every visitor arrives with the same question: is this worth the risk? Your website answers that question, whether you realize it or not. The only question is whether it is answering effectively. So here is your challenge. Open your store today. Go through it like a distracted, skeptical stranger. Not like the founder, not like the person who built the brand, not like someone who already understands the product. Go through it as if you were seeing it for the very first time. And ask yourself the only question that really matters for your bottom line. Where am I making people think? Because wherever you are making them think, you are probably making them leave. The brands that consistently outperform their competitors are not always the ones with the biggest budgets or the most traffic. They are the ones that remove friction, build confidence, and make it easy for customers to say yes. If you're ready for a dedicated growth partner to help take your digital storefront to that elite level, I invite you to apply for a free website audit at shopinnovator.com/pages/audit. This is not a generic software scan or an automated report. This is a deep personal review where our team audits your homepage, identifies conversion leaks on your cart, maps out friction points, and shows you exactly how to transform your website into a high conviction environment that drives more revenue from the traffic you already have. Click the link below to see if we have an audit slot available this week. Let's start building digital showrooms that earn trust, create conviction, and convert. If you found this video valuable, please make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.